About differentiation. The curve y equals e to the minus 4x tangent x has two stationary points in the first quadrant. Obtain dy dx in this form. So we need to find the y prime because stationary points means y prime equals 0. So stationary points means we differentiate equate to 0. So to find the y prime, we have a multiplication u times v. According to the MF19 formula, the derivative of u times v is v times u prime, or I'm going to say u prime v plus v prime. Actually, there's a prime here. U prime v plus v prime u. So just like this, u prime v plus v prime u. So if the u is e to the minus 4x, the u prime would be, using this formula, we get exactly the same thing. So also e to the minus 4x, but multiplied by minus 4 because of the chain rule. The derivative of minus 4x is minus 4. And for the v, just rewrite this is the v. Now for the v prime, so this is v. According to MF19, we get secant squared. So that's the v prime. The u is just the same, just rewrite. So we have the y prime, which is in simpler form without the brackets, just rewrite. And we use the MF19 formula. Tangent is sine over cos. And then we're just rearranging here, e to the minus 4x times secant squared x. And if you look at the goal, it is in the form secant squared e to the power minus 4x, and it's using sine 2x. So we're gonna have to use the double angle formula sine 2x. So if you look at the MF19, sine 2a equals 2 sine a cos a. So somehow from here we're gonna have to use tangent a somehow. So you gotta somehow be creative and make tangent a. So here we divide both sides by 2 cos squared a, because on the right we're gonna cancel out. We have only tangent a, and on the left we have sine 2a over 2 cos squared a. Now we have this non-MF19 formula, the definition of secant. Secant is 1 over cos. So instead of 1 over cos squared, we can use secant squared. So this is equal to tangent. So we replace this tangent x here. So actually we don't need sine over cos. We just go directly from tangent x equals 1/2 sine 2x secant squared x, just because of this. Alright, so now we pull out some common factors here. So we have, let's simplify. This is minus 2, and we can pull out secant squared x from here and from here. We can pull out e to the minus 4x from here and from here. So from the first term we still have minus 2 sine 2x and plus 1 from here. There's nothing, so plus 1, which means we have exactly the form we need to prove. Alright, now the next part. Hence find the exact x coordinates of the two stationary points. So again, stationary points means dy dx or the y prime equals 0. Previously, this is from the first part, we get this. So we are solving this equals 0, which means we have three factors: secant squared equals 0, 1 minus 2 sine 2x equals 0, e to the minus 4x equals 0. So from here we're gonna take the square root of both sides, and secant is 1 over cos. Now if 1 over something equals 0, well, the cos x would be infinity basically, and it is impossible here because cos x can only be between -1 and 1. It cannot be infinitely big, so this is impossible. It's rejected. There's no solution from here. And from here we have, just subtract 1 from both sides, divide both sides by -2, and we have sine 2x equals 1/2. Now we find the base angle. So the base angle is using inverse sine. Because this is something positive, just use the 1/2, and using a calculator we get pi/6 in radians. So since we have this domain in the question, and since the value of sine is positive, we can only use the first quadrant or the second quadrant. But since this is the domain for x and the angle we are dealing with is 2x, this is important. We gotta modify the domain. Again, the angle we are dealing with is 2x here. So if you multiply everything by 2 by 2 by 2, this is what we get. This is the domain we use. So we can use the first quadrant or the second quadrant. So in the first quadrant, it is just the base angle, just the alpha. And for the second quadrant, it's gonna be 180 minus alpha if we're using degrees. Since we are using radians, it's pi minus alpha, of course. So pi minus the base angle, pi minus pi/6 is 5 pi/6. So this is the quadrant 1, quadrant 2 angle. But again, this is still 2x. We are looking for x, so we divide by 2, divide by 2. We have two solutions. And from the other factor, actually, there's nothing we can get from here, because after we do ln both sides, on the left we cancel out. We have only the power minus 4x. On the right, ln 0 using a calculator, you will get math error, which means it's impossible, so we have only two solutions. Alright, I'll see you again next time.